Well, 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 it's that time of the year again, or soon will be. It's time for your annual performance review. If you're like almost 70% of the American workforce, you absolutely hate performance reviews.
Next batter looks like a Peter Gibbons. Oh, there you are. We were just talking about you. You must be Peter Gibbons. Terrific. I'm Bob Slidell. This is my associate, Bob Porter.
Oh, hi, Bob. Bob?
Pretty much go ahead and grab a seat and join us for a minute or two.
But over 90% of American businesses use them regularly, and use them to evaluate employees and justify, or not justify, the raise, the promotion that you were counting on.
I have 8 different bosses right now.
Beg your pardon?
8 bosses.
8?
8, Bob. So that means that when I make a mistake, I have 8 different people coming by to tell me about it. That's my only real motivation, is not to be hassled. That and the fear of losing my job. But you know, Bob, that'll only make someone work just hard enough not to get fired.
That change your life recognition, that change your life promotion and raise that you've always dreamed of by sticking at it and doing the hard work at your job, doing everything and even more than your boss asked, well, that change your life kind of experience might not be the outcome of your next performance review. But there is a way for you to make it a reality. I'm James Callahan, and this is the Do-Over Show, where we turn ordinary opportunity into success. Success like turning your performance review into something that actually helps you and advances what you want out of your work, out of your career. Hey, and be sure to stick around to the end of the video where we'll talk about that crucial topic of getting a raise, more money. And in the meantime, let's find ways to turn your performance review into something that actually helps, well, you. The first thing to know about performance reviews is that they're always backwards looking, and that's a problem. You've already done the work, put in the extra effort, added skills, and now you're looking for a reward. But employers don't pay us for work that we've done that they've already paid us to do. Since they've already paid for us, why should they pay us more? Unless we'll be asked to take a promotion or more responsibility, which is kind of like winning a pie eating contest and the prize is pie. So here's an alternative for us. Next time that annual performance review rolls around, that's the cue for us to start looking for a new job. Applying for jobs, putting ourselves out there, seeing what's available in the marketplace, seeing who's hiring and what they're hiring for. Now, it doesn't mean that we will find a new job, we'll accept a new job, but if we apply, or at least if we give ourselves some serious effort in the job market, we'll have an idea of our realistic expectations. You know, if we dream of getting $1 million for doing what we're now, but we find the marketplace only pays $50,000, then it's time for a readjustment on our dreams and our aspirations. The second key to turning your performance evaluation around, make it in your favor, is to ask about what's next, the future. Not just job security, although that might be a priority for you, but what's next for your company? What's next for you? Where will the company be in 5 years, and how do you fit into that goal? Asking this kind of question puts us in a situation to make ourselves part of the future the company wants to accomplish. It makes us more important, more integral in making that a reality for the company. We become more valuable when we're looking ahead several years. We become more valuable to the goals of the company, and that's how we receive promotions and compensation. Now, the third thing about performance reviews is that if all we're doing is looking for recognition, congratulations, a pat on the back, a shout out in a team meeting, then our boss is going to know that and will happily pay us that, but not necessarily the money that should come with it. A good boss will acknowledge good work that's done, not just having to be asked to acknowledge it, and a bad boss won't, so that's not going to change. But both types of bosses will see through our need to have our ego massaged, and they will pay us that because it doesn't change their departmental budget at all. And that brings us to the heart of the question about the kind of recognition we're looking for. Of course we work hoping to do something valuable, contributing to a greater good. Yes, yes, yes.
But have faith that in the bigger picture, our skills have not been wasted. We have accomplished much, and our talents have been used for the greater good.
But we also don't do it for free. We work in exchange for monetary consideration. It's a fancy way of saying we work for a paycheck. or at least the amount of money we think gives us the ability to live the life that we want to live while doing the things that we want to do. Now, don't get all holier than thou on me saying that you always work for the greater good and that money just pays the bills and keeps food on the table. Money is a signal. It's a signal of your value in the marketplace to your company at that time, of the upside they have of keeping you around. We sell our time. The cost of our time is the wage we receive for the value we would give to our company and may derive ourselves. That is, we work and we expect to get paid. That's the marketplace. So let's talk about money. Let's talk about getting a raise. Time to take stock of how you've done, what you've accomplished, how invaluable you are to the boss, and if you're going to get a raise. But more and more, that last part is not happening, or not happening at the rate most workers expect it to happen. We get grilled, evaluated, reevaluated, and every mistake is highlighted, some accomplishments noted, our motives, our attitude, our NQ, that's our niceness quotient. They're exposed to a harsh, bright light. And then a generic pay increase. The average pay increase over the past few years for good to average employment has been about 3% annually. If you make $50,000 annually, a 3% increase is $1,500. So after another year with a company, good or average performance, and after taxes, you bring home just over $22 more a week. And for most of us, we're part of a pool raise rather than a performance raise. That is, we're all pooled together and the company sets as its budget evaluation that they can afford, say, a 3% increase across the board on average. That means before even going into the meeting, before we sell ourselves on all our accomplishments, the number is already fixed. So it might not come to a surprise to many of us that the surest way to get a larger increase in our compensation is to find a new job. This realization started to hit us back in 2014 when a Forbes report said that staying with the same employer for over 2 years on average will earn us less over our lifetime of about 50% or more. So if you're making that $50,000 average that I put out there and you really want $75,000 or a 50% increase over what you're making today, your best road to get there is to find a new job, not to ace your next performance review. It will take you about 15 years of 3%ing yourself to $75,000 from your current $50,000 by staying faithfully with your company. Oh, and if you add a really modest, especially today, inflation rate of anything around 3%, that means that in that time, you're actually going to be taking a pay cut. But the average pay increase from a change of jobs, a switch, rather than a stay in a job, is about 10%. You can accelerate that with each new move with an average job tenure of 2 years. And that jump to $75,000 will take you about 10 years. Hey, and that gets to this whole big scary topic of job security. For some, and it's important to them, having the job security, knowing they can go to the same job in the same place with the same people and do work that they're comfortable with just moderate increases in responsibility, for some, it is an important part of what a job provides them. And if that's the case, then you have to reduce the salary expectations accordingly. If you value job security over an increase in your wage, then that is the compensation difference that you are signing up for.
Are you ready, Jim?
I'm ready.
Just want to make sure you're ready, brother. Here it is. Show me the money.
Hey, and if you want to learn more about what it's like to take control over your career and your performance evaluations, become your own boss, give yourself regular raises, check out this video here. And thanks for being part of the Do-Over Show. And hey, could you give me a raise by tapping the like button because it really helps. Hey, and while you're down there, how about you subscribe and ring the notifications bell so you don't miss an episode of the Do-Over Show every Monday and Friday. I'm so glad you found me, and I found you. Thanks.